So, in 2018, A&E featured this docuseries called Beyond Born Behind. I don't even know what I was about to say, but it is called Born Behind Bars. And it features a program in the Indiana Women's Correction Facility, also known as the We Ones program. This is going to be very choppy, very unorganized. I have all of like the screenshots I took from my phone of the first episode. So this is how it's arranged. But like that's just what we're gonna have to do. So I apologize ahead of time um for anyone who just feels like this is all over the place. They would like to watch the video, they would like to ingest the content, but they just ain't got it to do with me on this one. I understand. Sorry about that. But today it is what, June 19th, 10:56 a.m. I'm in Orlando. I don't know why I'm saying all this information. It's not that important. um, I just really want to talk about these ladies here. My mother's currently going into surgery today, and I'm really just trying to give my brain something else to think about. As I have to wait for my stepdad to come get me later. My car transmission went out this month. I lost my job this month. My friend lost her job this month. It's been a month. But we're gonna pick up and we're gonna keep it moving because honestly, even when I watch stuff like this, it just reminds you that like no matter where you are, you can go somewhere else. And this is not where I want to be. But this is what I want to talk about. Um, this program is featured on the show Born Behind Bars. The show is on Tubi entirely for free. I just learned about Tubi. Like I've seen the ads. Tubi reminds me of something so much. I can't. Is Tubi a show that also has Bosch? Because I feel like I feel like a few of the seasons at the end, like Tubi took over Bosch, a detective TV show. I remember hearing Tubi. But I love Tubi. The interface is beautiful. Everything is free. Um, and so thankfully, if anyone wants to watch, you can go watch it. I highly doubt, knowing my track record, that there will be a second video on this because I kind of just want to finish the show. And it took me 3 days just to get through this one episode with all the notes that I have. So let's get started. So the first episode is titled They Can Take Your Baby Away. Every episode starts off with this little slide where it says studies show that it is critical for the social, intellectual, and physical development of infants to bond with their mother in the first year of life. And that's what this program is about. I feel like it is kind of self-explanatory in the sorry, I just saw something I wanted to correct. Save changes. Okay. Um I feel like the indication, the not in, the intention behind the program, I kind of feel like it's self-explanatory when I say Born Behind Bars, the We One programs. So obviously these are mothers that are having their kids in a facility, and whereas we are typically used to the child being taken away immediately from the mother if she is imprisoned or incarcerated, in this scenario, up to 10 mothers get to have the chance to keep their child with them. I believe there's only, I want to say like maybe like 8 different places in the country that allow this opportunity, and Indiana is one, and Indiana is the one that said you guys can come and film in here. Indiana, I'm not really sure what is up with them in that area, but they seem to be very progressive and their choices when it comes to like incarceration. At least there's also a TV show on Netflix that follows a lot of some juvenile youth in that facility, and it really like took me by heart, like I'm not gonna lie. Like the girls were just so endearing, and it really made me like want to work with teenage girls that are youth. Um, and so, that's just a thing. But in this program, as they should be, the rules are strict and second chances are rare. I took a screenshot of some of the rules. Like these rules pop up in the beginning of. I didn't really notice that somebody's name was in here. Miss Green takes care of We One's issues, referrals, placements, case management. She does not have an open door time. Requests can be put in the mail or under office door. All right, sorry, I'm a little scattered. It's kind of difficult for me to like find where I want to start to talk. And although I do have notes, I often stray away from those. Um, and I say a lot. But I was captivated immediately. Mandela Effect, I feel like I probably have already seen this, but I ingest content in a very odd way. I feel like at least I don't sit there and watch it. I kind of like let's listen to it and I do something else typically. Um, so my interaction with it is just slightly different. So I could have watched it and just completely like forgot about it. But in this docuseries, we're gonna follow a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of people. It is going to be a lot of people, and it was kind of important to me to follow the order of which A&E decided to go with this episode. I see that they have a game plan, and I kind of just wanted to follow it, and I had already started doing it that way. It would have probably been easier and more simpler to just condense all of their stories into one and give you all the information at one time. But again, it's not what we're doing. Another thought that I wanted to add before I got into it is that there is actually a court hearing that is uploaded to Meg's Crime Watch. Was that her? No, Meg's Crime Time. Meg. I'm gonna get it right because I'm gonna put it on the screen. So Meg's Crime Watch, and it is a. Let me see. Co-sleeping. Co-sleeping. That was the hot button topic. So let me have it replace the screen. Give me one moment. So there is a video from Meg Crime Watch, and it goes into a mom who got her probation revoked because she was co-sleeping with her newborn. And I found this very interesting because at the time when I was watching it, I did feel some type of way. I am a mom who co-slept with my child, and it kind of like got me through what I needed to get through. And not only that, but I feel like it made our bond really well. To the point like now, like we could be separate, but like we're always going to be together. And I feel like because I was not a parent who bonded with my child in my stomach, it felt weird. It felt foreign, and it didn't feel pleasant. I know y'all say y'all get some fuzzies, like tingly feels in your toes when the baby moves up in there, but that was not my story. So I do not resonate. I was more so like, "Ew, this is weird." Um, but definitely never felt that way once she was out. In fact, felt happier because I'm like, I can love you more now that I can see you. And we're like not making each other throw up and stuff. Like, well, it was just like struggle bus for me when I was pregnant. I was consistently in the hospital. I only have one child, and as far as physically goes, I'm cool with only physically having that one child, and I'm got my ticket. Good, move it on. But that hearing was very interesting because now that I'm watching the show, I'm just grasping more of the concept of why it is so vital that this program is ran the way it goes. And now we can finally get into it once I get past those notes. All right, so six minutes in, if you want to pass all of my BS me talking. So we got some very large character. Like I said, A&E, they very nicely introduced us to some key people who play a large part in the We Once program. Currently, as of me watching, I haven't gotten past the third episode. And again, I'm not sure from where else you're going to upload any more of these because I really just want to finish. But we can come back to these rules. But I do want to read these. I'll come back to that at the end. Yeah, I'll come back to that at the end. So excuse me if I like we're gonna really be jumping around here, okay? Because these are very much out of order. All right, so first we're gonna start off and we're gonna bring in Brandi. So Brandi, she is there something like on my screen that like doesn't come up or is that that's what is that little black dot? Okay, whatever. We're not gonna focus on it. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it because we're gonna finish this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get it done, right? Right. So this is Brandi. Meet Brandi. Brandi is mom to Addison. She is 36 years old. She has a 20-year sentence. I'm looking for her screen because they all get like this screen. I must have not taken Brandy's, which is very surprising of me because I feel like I got almost every second. You could even tell the scenes I rewatched because there's like double. But so I guess I didn't keep Brandy's, but these little like screens, they all get one. That's okay. We're just gonna move on. So Brandy, she's as the mom, 36 years old. She has a 20-year sentence, but at this time it says that it was 2018. It says that her earliest release will be in 4 months, or could be in 4 months. Brandy lets us know that her daddy's a natural born hustler, and that this is where she got the spirit to sell meth at 900 a guap. I think that's what she said. I ain't sure, but I think she said 900 a guap. But basically, it sounds to me like her dad ain't shit. He's the one who raised her. And she said that he built her love for money and addiction and then eventually meth. So that sucks. Brandy's very, very important to the entire, like, she's kind of like the glue of this, um, at this time point in this program. Um, she has a very deep relationship with all of the staff, with all of the people in the program, and she's seen as a mother hen in some sorts. And this is kind of like how she was when she's on the outside, like, and then this is when you start to see her downfall. And that's also her with Addison. I don't know why she's on the other side. I don't know why she's right there. I don't know if they wanted to like film her doing some B-roll with the baby. Not certain, but I see there. And then it's gone that little black spot. It must have been on my actual iPad. Yeah, that's Brandi sitting somewhere at her home back in the day when she was out. So then the episode segues next into Miss John. Miss John has been there for 20 years. She don't play around. She's a no nonsense, okay? One thing I do really love about this show is that at every moment they are reminding us, the staff especially is reminding us what this program is first and foremost. And I think that is so vital and so crucial. Because I do think that this is not a bad idea. I do think that this is something that should be done more often. And I think that the option should be available, like at least 10 women, at least 10. But you have to be so careful because I do understand that if at any moment one child gets harmed, they everywhere will probably shutter this option, any and everywhere. I am very curious on what other facilities allow this. I know it ain't Florida now. You know what? We can go ahead and skip Florida. I love it. We can skip Florida. Don't put Florida on the list because I don't need no babies. Because they say Florida men, I say Florida women too. Florida women too. Susan Lawrence. I hope she gets all the time in jail she needs. She shot 35-year-old AJ Owens' black mother of four, through her door in Ocala, I believe. And Susan, she just got all the excuses in the world. But that's a side note. We gonna get into her. We ain't gonna get into her like I want to. Or we can get into Madeline Soto. Not Madeline Soto. We can get into Jen Soto. Let me be very, very correct because Maddie is the victim, the only victim in that case. You know what? Let me not go there because that's in our land. If you ain't seen what Jen Soto looked like, look her up. She didn't deserve to have Madeline at all, at all, at all. Period. The more I learn about the case, the more disgusted I am that he most likely had been drugging a girl the whole time. Like just okay. I don't know how we got there, but we're not gonna go there again. We're not gonna go there again. Not in this video, at least. But Miss Johns has been working there for 20 years. She is an integral part as well of this facility. And I'm pretty sure that she's probably still there because it's only 6 years later. 2018 was only 6 years ago. She's already been there for 20 years. She there and she watching them kids. And so the very first interaction we get to see is with Miss Johns and Sydney. I told you my screenshots are so out of order. They're so discombobulated. But Stephanie's in the process of getting her dorm shaken down. Like I said, the rules are strict. Babies must be in their cribs during count. Rooms must be kept clean at all times. And these are women who are pregnant. So, Tensha, she's so cute. Like, I don't want to have a physical baby of my own. I don't think anybody around me wants me to either. And I bless them for that. I think y'all are all right. We're all in the same accord here. But when I see that, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I'm not that person. I'm not that girl. I'm girly, I guess, but I'm not that girl. She's so cute. Is she not? She's so cute. I just, she smells good. She smells good. Baby's crying doesn't even really bother me. Really doesn't actually. Now I think about it. Dogs barking bothers me more than a baby crying. Like a baby crying, like they're trying to talk to you. They don't know how to turn those cries into words. Like they ain't been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like they just got off the oven. They don't know what's up. So that's the only way they can communicate with you, which will come into play at the end of this episode, unfortunately. So I'm gonna try to be a little more faster to these things and stop sidetracking so much. I do that a lot. Especially because like my stuff that's gonna probably text me soon once my mom goes into post-op or pre-op. I don't remember. Anyway, um, just basically so we can be there when she wakes up. But okay, so Stephanie's getting a shakedown done in her dorm, and this is basically where they're about to go through all of your stuff. Nod on terms. Stone is about to be in sight because listen, listen. Do she look like she play? Uh-uh. She don't like she play. Especially with the glasses on. You know, you in trouble if she gotta go through your stuff, go through all your. She says dumps on your bed. You know you in trouble. She got to go through all your shit and she got to put those glasses on. Would she go? Would she just like there's a sign lean for those glasses? Just turn around and put yourself in the corner. However old you are, go put yourself in the corner for the minutes. But she lets us know that this is a zero policy program. Every staff said that at one point or time. Too many write-ups, and you're going to get that ultimate punishment. You and your baby will be removed from the program, therefore ending the chances of you having that bond. And for some, it means ending their motherhood in totality because, like, it's not that common for all these moms to have someone else that is legally suitable, deemed legally suitable by a judge, which is a whole nother process. Typically, you have to have a guardian ad litem or somebody from your like local. For us in Florida, it's called DCF, Child Protective Services, Department of Children and Families. All of these different agencies, they interact with each other, and everybody's mindset is always going to be geared towards what is for the best interest of the child, as it should always be. Unfortunately, if you were a child and you also were abused but you are now an adult, you don't count as a child anymore. We like that sucks. Like, so, I ain't about to say my Mr. Person, but you know what I'm saying, like that shit sucks. Okay, it really does. And we're gonna get into one of the moms, and this stuff is hard for me because like I cry a lot, and I don't want to do it today. So we're just gonna, because it just sucks. Because I just like wish that I knew one of the girls in here, Kara, and like I just wish that like when she talks, it sounds like she's almost there. Like I could tell she almost gets it, and then she says something. I was like, "Fuck, Kara! Like, come on, girl, come on, get it right." Because what's on the line is baby Charlie. I also do kind of hope that they like gave us like wrong names for the kids. That would be fine with me. We don't need to know their names. Although one girl, let me see, because she put her, she was like happy about it. Not happy about it, but like she was like, "Yo, that's me. This is me." There's like a TikTok, and she was like, "I was one of the babies on Behind Bars." I didn't realize that TikTok is like has web too. Like basically, I didn't realize that TikTok also is now like technically getting archived into Google stuff, which is pretty cool. It actually like makes me like want to like do a TikTok. I mean, I can just put this on TikTok, right? Like, anyway, because I just like I'm a SEO Google person. I got like that shit. So, all right, Behind Bars TikTok. I'm not gonna find it at this point. I don't think. I'll just actually let's see. Maybe I'll put A&E. I'm searching on my others to monitor. Kind of forgetting that I'm even like doing this. Okay, yeah, I'll just come back later. Let's get back to the story. So I want like some in between time before I go see your mom later. 1 second. Let me drink something. Sorry, I'm not sure how much that. I can mute myself. Okay. Actually, because I can mute myself, I think I may go to the bathroom very, very quickly. That way I can have all the energy to finish this. I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna put it back on the rules. I think I've seen people do this on YouTube before. No one's here watching. I know no one's here watching, and you guys shouldn't be. This is just a mess. Okay, I'm gonna put this on this rules and pretend like y'all can't read pretty fast. Whoever's here. Girl, I don't know who I'm talking to. Okay. Okay. Ugh. I probably should have burped. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. This is like, you know, I wouldn't have even been doing this like live if I like didn't remember like, oh wait, I think I actually can go live on here. Cause I know you like can't all the time, or you can't with the count without certain like metrics. I don't, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Okay, I really don't know. We just here. The table room television must not have inappropriate or foul shows on any time. Okay. It's a privilege to live on dorm 7, and we like to keep it this way. If you feel like this unit is not for you, please speak to Miss Green. Dang. It is a privilege. They're right. They're absolutely right. And that's another thought I was thinking about before with the woman in the rehab facility for pregnant women. Like I forgot to say that too. Like I did feel like I felt a sense of like maybe indignation. I don't know. I don't know. Like I felt something, a pain maybe, because I remember what it felt like for my experience being a new mom and trying and feeling like I had to like try to get people to like understand where I was coming from, and like me being like, listen, I am insane when it comes to my child. Like I'm going to make sure I do what's best for her. I'm not just going to do whatever. And I'm not telling you that this is my opinion about my child to spite you. I'm telling you this because this is what I feel like I know my limits, and if anything were to happen to my child, especially on my accord, trust and believe I'm going to not be okay ever, probably. So like nothing I'm saying is because I'm trying to disrespect you. That's the mindset I had to come to a lot of people with, because I was a very young mom. I was like, I think I just turned 19. To be honest with you, from like my background, like if all the girls like I grew up with, like church and all that type of stuff, if you had us all together and you said who should be who, not should, but most likely would, but probably should be the last one to be a mom up in this line, they're gonna point at me, and already have my hand raised. So it's you're not offending me. Um, so like I felt for her, but that word privilege is for real. It's like I get to have that option. I got to have that option. When you're in this situation, you can't be considered. And I think it's most likely also too because your previous actions have most likely, 'cause a lot of people are in here with substance abuse, all that type of stuff, but your previous actions most likely indicate that you're not able to be of sound mind, to bring what your child needs to the table in order to be a productive human, not of just, you know what I mean, just like a human that lives, okay? Because that's what it is. I'm bad with words sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. This is like in my head, this was going to be so much more cleaner than it is right now. Which I guess feel like in my head is like the Pinterest, and then whatever comes out is the attempt at the Pinterest project. Okay, so next we're gonna go to Taylor. Taylor is 22, and she is pregnant with twins. Her crime is burglary, forgery. Her sentence is 3 years, not 3 years, 6 months. The earliest release is 1 year, 9 months. Excuse me. So this is Taylor's actual second time in the program, or not second time in the program. This is Taylor's second time trying to get into the program. She's not in the program as this moment. They show us one of the rules where they're talking to her. Offenders' crimes must be nonviolent. Give me a second. Sorry, I had to like burp. I don't want to burp anyone's ear. That just feels rude. Even though I'm not sure whose ear it would be. Okay. Shut up. I need to shut up. I mean, not shut up because I'm actually doing this, so why would I? You know what? Anyway, moving along. There's too much of like the way I talk to myself in this. This is where they are, by the way, to give you an idea. Oh wait, no, this is not where they are. They're unit 7. But this is like the general population is over here. And they're not in this building. Sorry, I think I did just for stories, but they're over here. Anyway, so when Taylor was 18, she initially came to the program, but she was not accepted. When she came, she was pregnant. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Honestly, most likely, if you're someone who gets bothered by a burp, you probably aren't going to be here 24 minutes later. But I'm so sorry. So I'm just going to start back with my notes. Next one we get introduced is 22-year-old Taylor. She's pregnant with twins. She has a 3-year and 6-month sentence with the earliest chance at that time, in 2018, for her to get out is a release of 1 year and 9 months. If I'm doing the math right, which 10 out of 10 I'm not. I think she would be 28. And so Taylor is the parent that's closer to my age because I'm 30. So she would be closer to my age. But Taylor, she's gorgeous. And I mean, I don't know if I feel like gorgeous, but she's beautiful. I'm trying to give her something because she got a sad story. I ain't gonna lie. Because you get some answers for her the next episode. So I already know it is. I'm trying to give my girl something, okay? Because she's another one too that says stuff, and I just like I kind of wish I knew her because like I would just like tweak some of her like ideology. Because okay, let's get into her. So she could not get in the first time when she came because she had a 3-year sentence, and that goes over the fact that they're supposed to only have 30 months or less on their sentence. And so Miss Ma'am starts telling us that she was robbing one boyfriend's grandma checkbook so she could get the other boyfriend that she had out of jail. She said she was raised in a good home. She doesn't understand why she feels called to rob because she came from a good home. And I never understand that concept or mentality, because just because you come from a good home, it doesn't mean that you can be like fucked up too. Like something probably got lost in your sauce as you were socially conditioned when you're growing up, and your little ass ain't grasp the concept of keeping your hands off other people's shit and not like like sometimes you just not having that wherewithal about how certain actions can lead to another action. Like I would not be shocked if she's someone who's just just been all about and just trying to see what she can get up out of everything. And I feel like when you operate like that, when you move like that, you gonna get yourself moved up in here. But just something went wrong. That's really I really like I don't know how that could be disagreed with. Maybe it could be, but I don't see how. But her dad's over it. Because her dad's probably like, listen, you can't be like around me and your mama because you can find our social security cards real easy, probably through email or something. She probably already know, and they probably trying to they probably got a watch on their thing. She probably already scammed them. not thinking about it. Like, she probably already took stuff from them, most likely. I hope not, but she probably did. Your parents probably the first one. Um, but she didn't bond with her daughter the first time, the one she had when she was 18, because she couldn't keep her. And because of that, she keeps saying that she felt like her kid rejected her. And she'll say this again. And I think that's so tough because I'm wondering if she's one who she still needs some tweaking, girl. Like, you can't be sensitive when it comes to a child. A child is innocent as can be. They're not trying to like take shots at you. They're not. I don't know. Like, I just don't think it's personal. And I think that given time, given effort, given if you give yourself space and the child space, that within time any bond can be established. Like, in a sense, this is not the same thing, but we have Stockholm syndrome for a reason because even adults with full frontal lobes formed, like, can end up bonding with somebody who has kidnapped them. Intelligent people all the time get into abusive relationships with people that for that hot and that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I don't know what the last part how that related, but moving on. Um, Like, I don't feel like she made up in her mind. Like, the baby probably did react to her a certain way, but it's because she doesn't know. You got to give the baby time. Like, hey, Taylor, I want to say, like, who just meets somebody and automatically is like, all right, I love you. You know, I haven't seen you forever, but like, Taylor probably will. And I can kind of feel like that too. So, whatever. Um, but I just really wish that she wouldn't hold on to a child for her, what she feels like rejecting her. Like, even as a child, I think I would just like maybe I like there could be that thought of like, "Oh, is this why my mom didn't want me?" Like, if that's the thought that pops up, like, is this why she didn't want me because I wasn't good to her when I didn't know how to not good to her? Like, for me as somebody who, like, often blames herself, often overthinks, often like, that's my brain actually functions that way. I would feel that way as an adult if I come to see this, watch this, and see what my mom is saying. I would be like, "Crap, I wish I coulda known not to cry." When that's all I could do is to talk. So it's like, I just wish we didn't lead here. Like, because you're just adding more notches to more kids who are living without their mother. And that's painful. Um, but yes, so that's Taylor. We get introduced to her. We got a lot more people to go through. Um so next we're gonna go to Miss Cunningham. Miss Cunningham, sorry, bad screenshot, Miss Cunningham. I probably deleted the good one. Look at her, boss. Look at her eye. She looking. She like, don't you go talk to Miss Jones about something? Just look at that face. Look at this. Look at her face. Can I zoom in? Can I zoom, please? Oh my gosh, I can't do. There we go. Look, she. How you make your side eye your all your eye? I don't even know. But Miss Cunningham, this is the assistant to the program director. And I think we see the program director in the next episode. He's like this like tall white guy. But Miss Cunningham, she's proud of the program and the way it's implemented real changes in mothers' lives. She's like, we don't see a lot of these women come back here again. And I think that's beautiful. And she has this beautiful line though, and she's like, but y'all need to remember, these ladies, they aren't here for singing too loud at Sunday school. And she just has this way of saying the line. And I'm just like, the way she says it, I know she only said it once. And that was that. But we don't get that much into her. We get just a little bit. And next, we're going to Stephanie. Now, Stephanie, she one of them troublemakers. She gonna be a big deal in this. Big deal. Um, her daughter is Abigail, and she's named after her grandma. Stephanie is in jail for possession. She's on a two-year, 6-month bid. And at the time of 2018, her earliest release would be 2 years away. She doesn't make me want to cry because she is a troublemaker. Look at her other kids. I'm gonna guess that one's not with her. think I put it in middle somewhere. But she's so cute. We go to sleep right now for a bit. We just go to sleep right now because she's so cute. I feel like Abby is the one who I saw on that TikTok about like I was born behind the bars, but technically you weren't born behind bars. Technically they all these babies are born in a facility. They're born in a hospital in Indiana. Um so they're not born behind bars, but I get it. It's cute. I wonder how she felt watching this show. I wonder a lot. But I don't like even though she's the girl's an adult now, I would love to like but I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying? It's just these are people's lives. I may try to find her later and see like what she says on social media or whatever about it and just see what I can gather from there to like learn more about her. Uh but anyway, okay. So like people want to say Abby, but her name's not Abby, her name's Stephanie. Sorry, I had to burp. I have absolutely no clue I have to burp so much. Sorry, I not okay. That's the last one. So we finally get interested in Abby. I mean Abby, Stephanie, see, did it. Stephanie's story is that she got addicted to pain pills, the ones that they typically give you after you have a child. I did not have a C-section, but I still got the pain pills as well. And I really feel for her. There are aspects of taking that medicine and that I understand where she comes from saying that she got addicted to it. I'm only blessed because my weak ass stomach couldn't hang. So we just had to stop. There were parts of it I did like too. But for Stephanie, there wasn't a part she didn't like, and that is the big problem. And so she tells us, and y'all, when I show y'all, girl, this is Stephanie. What drugs can do to you. This is Stephanie. She said she was a cheerleader, prom queen. She said she had all her popping. She had never gotten in trouble in her life. She never ever got in trouble in her life. Um, but then she said the way the pills made her feel that eventually is led her to start taking meth. She also has a 12 and 6-year-old sons, and then she has a 2-year-old daughter. I don't think that she has anything to do with legally because her name gets cut out whenever she says it, and they never show her picture, and I respect that. But the rest of them they live with her mom. She also lets them know that God is number one for her, and then her children, and that she wants them to do things the right way. I really pray that 6 years later that she's discovered that the best way for your kids is to go the right way, is to just show them. Like, whatever you think is right and the right way to go to, because her right way, we gonna probably have some differences. She said she to get married and stuff. I personally don't believe. Oh, hey, I ain't gonna stay that long because that's we're not here to trash. I'm just here to like show you like her transformation and give you educate about how that can turn how educate about how that can turn to that. But we're not here to trash her. And I'm really I love seeing the pictures when before I just so much life, and I hope she's gained it back. I hope she snatched that shit back because she do run her mouth too much, as y'all see. And this is too much. This so too much to lose, right? Um, but anyway, so Stephanie, she wants her kids to go the right way. And like she says, like she wants her to get married and stuff. And I personally feel like, especially she means like heterosexual marriage. Like I personally feel like that's not going to benefit her. Like at least not today. Who knows? Maybe later on in life, maybe we will also should condition our children better than the mofos I see up around me. But as of 2024, partnership with men can maybe lead you right here, and we're going to talk about that. Um, but Stephanie, I believe is 100% genuine, in that this is what she wants for her kids. She really does have a way of coming across that feels endearing to me, and I can see why, even though she's still in the program, and I'm happy for that. And I do hope that at this point that she's reconnected with as much of her family as possible. Um, her and Kara keep alluding that they are both very, very stressed being in this program as well, though. And I understand, but they also should be like everyone needs to be aware and be on alert because this is not normal. Like this is they are in an area where like things could happen. Like they are only but a hop and a skip away from people who have murdered, who have done things like that. So that's them. We're gonna see a little bit of Sydney, and let's talk about Sydney and Aubrey. So we're gonna get two more newbies in this episode, Sydney and Aubrey, and then Miss Lee. We're gonna talk about Miss Lee. Miss Lee. Um, Miss Lee, she actually kind of reminds me of okay, you know what? Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you who these two people remind me of. So Miss Lee, she reminds me of Contessa from Married to Medicine. Oh wait, no, I don't want to bring up that one. You see. I just like searching not long ago, so I should. Okay, so Miss Lee reminds me of Contessa from Married to Medicine. Y'all see it? Where's my photos? Photos, where are you? Photos, where are you? I guess the computer like lost lower when it's streaming. I never used StreamYard before. I only came to it to use it because like everything else was like giving me trouble. So now I was like, I'm going to be doing this today. I have not recorded for 3 days. We're not taking notes and watch this over and over again, 3 days on and off. Not finish what I started. Okay, at least this episode. I ain't on my own. Okay. So Miss Leaf, she reminds me of, and these are like really bad screenshots. Like I'm the worst. Like y'all don't let me take a screenshot of y'all. Tell me you'll send me your own, okay? So I don't do y'all no justice. So I don't not. So I don't. You know what, Jaquela, it's just done today. Okay. Anyway, so she looks like Contessa. I think you guys get my point. And then Miss Knight is another staff member, and she looks like Mona. It took me like a whole night to put together who I thought Miss Knight looked like. Oh, I didn't catch I said that. Punny. Punny, because I'm not funny. Hey, okay. I'm over it. I'm done. Miss Knight. And this okay, more like over here. She looks like Mona. Oh, she like Mona. Nobody tell me otherwise. That's Mona's sister. Yeah, and if you ever watch Pretty Little Lies, you know Mona crazy. So I could totally see her being over here. But so far, I got some respect from I'm about to say Miss Mona. From Mona too, could Mona you up. Don't let Mona put you in that dollhouse now. Yeah, okay. Mona, we good. Oh, maybe that'd be so cute. Anyway, so we got Miss Leaf. I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about Miss Leaf. In fact, actually, I remember a lot of this stuff, so I think I may just start doing it on my own. Not that I'm not doing it on my own, but I mean like whatever. Anyway, so Miss Leaf, let me see what I remember about her. Miss Leaf, she I think has been here for about maybe a year to 2 years, a year and 4 months. Um, she's also in the National Guard. Sorry, so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is like not that normal for me. I'm trying to find Miss Lee. Where you go, Miss Lee? Where you go, Miss Lee? Where you go, Miss Lee? Because I got more pictures of her somewhere else. They bounce a lot back and forth. I know I have her pictures. I should make this smaller so I can kind of like see them all out. Let me see. Oh, okay, there we go. So she was in the National Guard and she's currently in the Military Police Corps. Her dad was a cop. And ever since then, law enforcement has been all for her. She talks a lot about idealizing her dad and about like him just really being that driving force for her to be where she is today. I think that's interesting because then you see Brandi, and Brandi said that her daddy was a hustler in the streets and he would, just popping and everything and tell her how to do that. And so it's very interesting. Men. are typically the fault, or the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're typically like the overall influence. And unfortunately, you're going to find a lot less of Miss Leith's father and a lot more of Brandy's father, as an example. So she does mention at one point that, like, Brandy and her, like, Brandy's like very aggressive and like not the best, but then also like she's really there for her. I'm confused about that still, and I think that's going to be more of a factor later on in the show once they tie up some of the other storylines. Like Taylor, I told you, Taylor is going to not have the best, and we'll find out next episode. You see Kara's going to not have the best, and we'll see that in this episode. So, and Miss Lee's also pregnant, by the way. Miss Lee tells us that inmates in the program never know their kids' doctor appointments ahead of time, so that way they can't go tell their family to go meet them at that spot or anything crazy like that, because parents could try to come and take the child back. It is very, very well known in this facility that whenever your child goes to the doctor, there's a 50-50 chance that your baby's not coming back, and they need that is just a thing that has to happen, because of the fact that, like, they're going to prioritize the child's health over everything. And, like, they have to, like, there's nothing that can go unseen in this situation. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, it's just there's not gonna be a we'll wait and see. It's like we're gonna have to keep the child, most likely. So baby Aubrey currently has jaundice, and jaundice is a liver condition where the baby's skin and eyes seem yellow. It's very common. About 3 in 5 babies gets it, and it happens for a few days after the child is born. And normally, the kid doesn't even need treatment, but they could be worried about this. So Sydney is just very anxious, and you can tell she's anxious. Like, I feel like I could see her body, like a buzz of anxiety go through her when Miss Lee came through to tell her that Aubrey had a doctor's appointment coming up. And so then after that, they transition into showing us Miss Knight. Miss Knight comes in for a quick second. I think it's the only time she speaks in this episode. And Miss Knight she got a strong face. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's just so funny. Like, I feel like you can read what she feels like on her face. Um, but Miss Knight comes through to grab her, and Miss Knight gives us some dialogue and lets us know that um that she understands emotions are involved, but she said that's all she can pretty much do is understand, because this is a place that operates as a jail first. She said this is not a nursery, and that the babies have to have the best access to the care that is possible. It's crucial. Oh, that's her wrapping up baby Aubrey. She's so cute. Yeah, there's Miss Knight. Okay, so she's the prenatal care coordinator. I didn't even realize what her title was. I kind of thought she was just a counselor like Miss Green, but looking at Miss Knight, looking at Miss Knight, to be honest with you, like, I feel like she would emphasize, I ain't your counselor. Go find Miss Green. Who's someone to talk to, go find her, because she just doesn't seem like the type who's really, like, you can check you now that I know she's a prenatal core coordinator, she makes so much more sense to me, because, like, her only really, like, eyes are for the babies. And I appreciate that. And that's who you need to have employed there. Do 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 do. So let's go to my notes. All right. So now we're going to go to the next scene. We talked about that, and we're going to go to Cara. Woo! Jesus, Cara. We got about 40 minutes to talk. Damn. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. I am gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. And mom will be all right. Mom will be all right. Mom will be all right. Hey. I hate surgery and stuff like that. She'd be so nervous. And my mom wasn't even supposed to have it till next month. But then all of a sudden, she went to her doctor on Monday, and the doctor's like, no, you're going to go ahead and admit you right now. So they admitted her on Monday. There was no OR available yesterday. My stepdad actually just got hired at the job that I got fired from. Um, and but luckily it's Juneteenth and they give him that day off, which would have been a day off for me. Kind of jealous. Um, but no, I'm happy he got it. Like if I could put money in my pocket, I put it in somewhere in my family's house. It's still my house, and I don't really get money from it, but you know what I'm saying. I live with my mom and my stepdad and my brother. But anyway, so Carl's one of the first ladies we saw when we visited the We Once program. She is Charlie's mom. At this point in time, she's 29 years old, and she has a 8-year sentence with the earliest release being 2 years and 5 months. She's 29 years old at that time. I'm so sorry. It's like I feel like I have to burp every transition. Okay. When we meet Kara, she's on the edge. She's annoyed because she got a lot of write-ups. We saw the write-ups. She was sleeping with her baby twice, unclean room, and she had objects in the crib. I think that was another thing that the woman from the rehab facility, very interesting case. I'll put that in the comment section below. Please check it out. Very, very interesting case. Meg, Crime Watch, Time. I forgot, girl. I'm so sorry. Meg. You just put Meg, put either Crime or Watch. Stop putting that in there, and you'll find her. Amazing content. Love her. She has a lot of long form content. There was this one trial that was like about like real estate property that I like was fascinated by. I may watch it again. I loved it so much. but um, but yeah, she got a lot of cute dogs too. She always be showing. So anyway, so when we meet Kara, she's on edge. She's annoyed. She got a lot of write ups, like I said. And I just really find myself wishing that she would not be a thorn in her side. And like not put her foot in her mouth as much as she does. She has this strong intensity, and I think that that strong intensity translates so well to being a mom. Like you become a mama bear literally, and I think that that is a lot of comfort and security to a child. And I think that when you offer that, because we know that a child can get impacted from the womb if you're not trying to, like, I'm not gonna say it's everything, but it could be something basically. Um, I wanted a very hyperactive child when I was pregnant. Like I really wanted a child with a lot of energy, like ready to go. And I feel like I manifested that a little bit from like me having that desire. Now I know better next time. If no, no, it's the next time. But if there was ever this time, woosah. So I'd be like, just bitch, meditating all day long, like not raising my voice up, but whisper. I'd be like, hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? Anything happens? Okay. Like, because girl, careful what you wish for. But I am still blessed to have my daughter, and her personality is the best. It's very intriguing. She's a Libra. Pisces mom to a Libra daughter, and I'm proud of that. Um, so Kara, like I said, she has anger, and it shows, and she needs to learn how to keep it in a little bit. Like not a little bit, keep it in all the way. Like this is not the place where you show your this is not no, this is the place where you show them that the only thing you know how to do and you care to do is to put that child before you first and foremost because you are going at an uphill battle. In that sense, you've already proven you're not a good mom. Like, and I never say that. And there's some people bitch who fit that thing. Jen Soto. Um, but there are some people that, and I'm saying that because like I don't care. Like even if she didn't know, that's still a problem. All of that case, if you just look at the case, you'll know everything about that. It's just I'm not going to do it. Kara managed to go her whole entire life without being into drugs or drinking, according to her. But when she was 28, she had a boyfriend. And she said after that, she said the bag of meth never went empty. And here we go again to a big problem, and it's men. Hopefully, baby Charlie had a better social conditioning and is like, that's not about to be my life. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Sorry, I lost my like notes. Once you get my screen bigger. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, I do have to like speed this up. Okay, you are because I think oh my goodness. So my mom goes in at around 12, and even though like timing is a little tricky, and I'm pretty sure Ricardo's like not leaving as soon as he gets back. I want to already be done with this. Okay, so that's Kara. We talked about her. That's her beforehand, and that's her one of her mugshots. Pretty sure they find your worst mugshot. But so now we get to back to Sydney's baby Aubrey. So they're all hanging out in the bathroom, and statistic Stephanie, I told y'all she'd be doing a little trouble. She goes, I've seen 4 babies get sent home in the last 3 months. Girl, be quiet. She's only been gone for 6 hours, which is a lot of time, but we know why she's there. Sorry. They do have another rule. I think I may have missed it. I know I went back and got it for sure. They do have another rule. Here it is. No yelling or fighting is allowed on the Unit 7. And I do feel like some people may feel like, how is that possible? Especially when you have pregnant women and staff. But I think it needs to be like a rule. Has to be a rule. Because everyone here has hormones. Even the staff. Even Miss Leaf is pregnant. So this is very important to not go through and start shit. Because like women, not just women, but men too. But like, obviously, as we know, traditionally, for us women, we don't need to throw hands, to throw jabs. You get what I'm saying? Our words. We don't even have to cuss somebody out to cut someone with only the words that come out of our mouths. We know how to hit you where it hurts if we want to. A lot of women. Men too, of course, like I said. But that is a factor. And I do think that Stephanie's out of line. The other women, they're trying to console Sydney. They're trying to speak some positivity in her life. Like Stephanie knows that this girl is on the edge. And this would also be Stephanie if baby Aubrey wasn't there. But actually, you know what? Maybe not. Who knows? Because Stephanie does also have her mother who takes care of the kids that she's not there for. So, yes, that makes a different motivation. So somebody goes and they tell Brandi, and this is where we get to see Brandi's mother. Look at Abby. But this is where we get to see Brandi's mother hen energy come out to play. The girls came and snitched to her. I saw them come to the corner. They were like, so they went and told her, and Brandi's pissed because she messing with one of her kids too. Like Brandi, and I feel like I at this point so far, I feel like Brandi would probably be just upset if someone said that to Stephanie, and someone knocked Stephanie when she was down. Even at this point, I still feel like Brandi would feel that way. Potentially, maybe not. So they have all this conversation, and I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. Oh, then Miss Leaf gets involved a little bit. Girl, somehow they gave Stephanie like it looks like she gets like a cam to like talk on her own. I was like so confused. I was like, oh. Let me see, because I definitely took screenshots twice. Did I skip by it? Here it is. Let's see what she says. I did take some of them with the captions. So yeah, so Ms. Lee said she's had to write her up multiple times. And then Sydney, she's like, I was really interrupted by someone that thinks she runs stuff over here. And it's really hard having to mom on the prison when you have that one person that wants to ruin it and tell on you. Things like that can get you in big trouble. You know, I can't help if your life's unhappy. It doesn't mean that you make mine. And it's not the words we want to hear. It's not the words we want to hear. No, like she needs to say sorry. She should not say it at all. But then she needs to say sorry. More than anything, honestly. But it's just the dynamics are interesting. I think it's something to watch for. Because it's obviously like Miss like Leaf, which is a little unprofessional to me because she does have some stuff I don't like. But it's like Miss Leith and Brandi are on one side of the ring, and Stephanie, she's on the other side of the ring. And girl, let me tell you something. Miss Knight is probably back in the facility with the baby. She's like, who who talk? Oh, she probably remember the staff name, Miss John and Miss Green. Like Miss Knight, she ain't here to play. She ain't here to play. It's about the babies, and I appreciate it. That's why I keep mentioning it because I love it. All right, so we're almost halfway through the episode. Remember Taylor? She comes back. Everything is on the line for Taylor. You can tell everything. Like she just wants to be with my kids. That's all she wants. I've already alluded to it. It's not gonna happen. It's very unfortunate. They come out healthy and happy. It's not going, but she's not. They're not gonna be able to stay with her. In fact, actually, now that I see it, they say it already. What the heck? Mother of premature twins. She's pregnant at this time. So I do feel like they're already alluding to it because obviously they're premature. Everybody knows there's complications going premature. There's it's such a high like no like if they're premature they need to not probably be in the prison. So I do think that was already probably obvious, but they also did put mother premature twins where she even had them to let us know that they came prematurely. Sorry. Um, but I do still find this part interesting because she comes in, she thinks she's just doing a tour for it, but Miss Green lets her know, like, you're in. You know, I know you were not approved previously, as she said right there. Like Miss Green, she's happy. I love this. I love. Like this is like I do really love this. I do really love this. Like just being able to bring that like joy. Like you can see like look at her. Like you can tell she's torn, and even though it's just her heart's not in the right. Her heart's in the right place, but it's just a little. It's not where it probably should be, I guess. I don't know how that saying goes. And like honestly, I feel like such an idiot every time this top of the stream because I just don't feel like I'm saying anything right. But who cares? Okay. I record this unlisted. Not that anyone would watch it anyway for if I did a live. I put it unlisted. So I could put it when I want to. And I'm not talking to one live while doing this shit. Oh no. Um, that's scary. How do you guys do that? But Miss Green, she put the smile on her face. I think I remember what my notes. I was singing that song. Put a smile on your face. Um, but this is also again where I put in my notes. I'm talking about like I just not sure Taylor completely understands that. So sorry. So like I'm not sure if Taylor really understands that motherhood is fluid. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Motherhood is a fluid thing, right? Yeah. It, and that like I feel like you can easily get yourself into a position. Oh wait, can I do like this? Ah, interesting. Okay, anyway. Um, but at any time, like the feelings that you uh, the experience, everything that you think it may be it just may not be it. Like that's why it's just so difficult for me to say it because it's just like it's not that clean cut. It's not that simple, basically. And if you come into the situation with if you come into this situation more than anything, with all of these preconceived notions about what you want to happen, you most likely are setting yourself up to fail. Now, don't do what I do. I just say set no expectations. That way you never fail, right? Right? Am I right? But I definitely think that like there's a lot of naivete potentially in this entire conversation that Taylor often has. And it's just something that to me is just going to be something that if you keep moving the way you're moving, where you have the first child, you don't get to be with them at this time frame. So then now you run off and do the next thing, and then now you have twins. If you do this again and again, and it's just like it's going to create problems. It creates problems. But I hope she got to this point. And also too, like I wrote down, like, like mothers, we are a pivotal piece to whatever we procreate. But we aren't their existence. We're not their entire lives. And in my opinion, we shouldn't be, because I really do think that's how you raise Oedipus, and mofos. Like I really think that's how you get those weirdos. For real, for real. When you force yourself to be everything to another human being, that's a lot for you both. Um, so yeah, so she gets to tour the facilities. She gets told that she does fit the criteria. So she's so happy. I'm just so excited I get to keep them, and I wish I could have done it with her too, with her first daughter. The boys are the twins are boys. The boys are twins. So okay, there you go. We get another we ones rule. Only 10 mothers allowed to be in we ones unit at any time. It's 12 o'clock, so it's gonna be about that time where. Oh, my mom texted me. Hold on. Oh, my mom called me. I missed it. Okay, okay. Did she text me too though? No. So I'm not sure. Okay. Actually, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna mute. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I just figured out, realized that ain't nobody here. I mean, I already knew my stepdad wasn't here. He's with mom at the hospital. My other brother, he does live here, and I just realized that I don't think he's here either, and I think he's supposed to go with me later. But sorry, actually, let me see. Did he doesn't have a phone on him. So annoying. Wi-Fi, but I'll try to get back there as soon as I can. If I can text you, I'll figure it out. But that's it. I guess my brother like left. I'm not. I don't have the brain space to process that component into it. I just know I'm gonna be at the hospital once my stepdad get back and he ready to go back. I guess it's been a month. Oh, what can I say? I have faith that there's a reason for all of this. Because, like, honestly, if I was working in my job still, like, I would not have the ability to be there for my mom as much, and she has not been able to walk as well, and so it is good timing for her to have the surgery inadvertently, so that way, like, the surgery's the big thing, like, we get that done now, she'll be home, she'll rest, she'll have the like, my work is pretty much, I believe, probably going to be not done, but, like, the biggest stuff is I think it's going to be done after the surgery, basically, so and then she'll just pretty much resting, and my stepdad getting the job that I had is also perfect because it's remote, it's from home, so he'll be in the room, and I'll be on her, like, sofa bed in the living room when she has her physical therapy and all that type of stuff, so it'll be very, very better, be better. Um, but she's about to go back, so let's send my mom some love, okay? Alright, anyway, so once she's over there, I think Taylor's pretty much, like, there. Like, I don't think they tell them that much ahead of time that, like, you guys are gonna be staying here once you get there. Because I don't think that they want you to like have time to do something nefarious, get someone to talk to you, convince you something stupid you ain't supposed to be doing, like bring some over that you ain't supposed to, and ruin your whole chance or like anything like that. Okay, one second. Sorry. So that's Taylor. Now, oh, and Taylor and Miss Green basically at this point is telling Taylor, I'll tell you, go ahead and tell you. Taylor basically gets to stay as a nanny in the area. So they have nannies too, basically help the moms with the babies. Like and stuff like that. So they let Taylor stay as a nanny. So it's sad, but it's like I don't know, I feel like honestly, twins in a prison I think would be difficult to maintain and handle potentially. Like you can't fall asleep. Like it's just like I think that could have potentially been exhausting. They do have nannies, so maybe not, but I do think that there's a chance that, like maybe this is the way it's supposed to happen for that reason. And it's also very rare that when you have twins that they're not going to be born very prematurely. So I believe. Maybe it is not, I don't know. But the episode takes a turn to highlight another advantage to being in this program. Vocational job training is offered as well, a way to teach these ladies some tricks outside of flipping drugs or assuming others' identities that will aid them in the chance to thrive and provide. I personally blame men for a decent amount of these women being locked up one way or another, from the dad or the wayward boyfriend or both. That doesn't negate their culpability for whatever they may have done. I don't know why I say it like that. But anyway, Brandi is doing Miranda's hair. And I actually believe Miranda was the one that she's supposed to be like rooming with. I don't think I should picture that. Sorry. So Brienne, and I think Miranda's a nanny, maybe. Sorry. Oh. And this West Side cosmetology school is Brandi's safe place. And Brandi, she's sitting there, she's doing Miranda hair. She's like letting her know that she's already done about 900 hours for her cosmetology license and that this is a safe place for her. The cosmetology area, it's away from all the drama. Sorry. And so this segment is hilarious. I would really I think I would really love to like work with A&E in their docuseries like this, like their prison stuff. It would be so much fun. But I also would like to love to work there, like work there with these women. Not with these women. I want to go to the juvenile place and work with teens. But anyway, and it just seems like Indiana is like the most progressive place for this type of stuff. I don't know. I do not know what. Yeah, actually, interestingly enough, I've done so much deep dive into Jim Jones, and I kind of feel like that could be a potential factor because he started like a lot of shit. I'll have to like cover him completely, tell you why I feel like Jim Jones probably shaped the infrastructure of Indiana State. So because no one can like people can't contest this. Like Indiana is one of the states that every time I'm watching any shows, this is where it's at. I do have someone from there, but there's no correlation to do what I'm talking about. So anyway, because actually I just kind of thought about it, which is weird because I typically think about it first. But I do know someone's born in Mishawaka. But besides that person, I've always kind of been drawn to like this, like it's like learning about. Like, I don't know, because I used to wrote like a book about Jim Jones when I was like really really little. Like I wrote like a book as if I was like one of the kids like in his area. Because like when I found out that his church was mainly black people, I was shocked. I was like, a black people called as white man? I ain't know none that would even like listen to a white man. Honestly, when I was growing up, honestly, are you now? But okay, we're not getting into all that. Even though we're about to get into something. Because we about to find a chocolate and vanilla swirl. Reference to Orange is the New Black, Crazy Eyes. So for the first time, we get a little intro screen into an inmate that is not involved with the We Ones program directly. But of course, if the star is Brandi, we have to show her starlet, which is Larita. Larita's 33. Larita's beautiful. I'm sorry. But damn, Larita got a long sentence. 34 years for robbery, burglary, and forgery. Larita, we can never hang out, my love. You seem like a bright spirit. We can never hang out, my love. Her earliest release is in 7 years. So This is Brandy's girlfriend. She said, "Oh, I didn't want a relationship. Whenever I got here, I figured I was gonna be here long." Larissa was very persistent. She makes you smile a lot. In a place like this, you don't always necessarily smile. And this is what we get, bitch. I don't even want to talk about it. It was cute until she said this shit. I never been with a black man, just a black woman. My dad was part of the white supremacists, so I never crossed over that line. I would definitely be with her at home. Not me, bitch. Not me. And I ain't got nothing wrong. And if you know me, you know I ain't got nothing wrong with, especially with black woman, white. I ain't got, but I got a lot wrong with that, with just that a lot. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, you need to be with a black man. I'm saying you don't ever need to say this out loud, please. And this is the second part we can start talking about. I personally would date a white woman, have no problem. Will. I personally will not date a white woman whose dad was part of the white supremacists. I personally would not date a man who's part of the white supremacists. I would not personally date a man whose dad was part of the white supremacists. I will personally not date a black person who was part of the white supremacists. I would not personally even date Dave Chappelle because he did that skit. Well, he was KKK, but he took the hood off. Okay, my personal opinion. And honestly, it made me like not like Brandi at all. And I still hate that she said it. Still hate that she said it. I don't even like black men. Okay. Oh shit. That's probably like not the best way. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. I don't like them sexually, physically. I don't like men, period. But I got a little problem because my ex. So I got some personal problems there. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move on. We ain't talk about this more. We ain't talk about this more. When Larita walks in, let's just go back to say love, okay? Because she was like giggling, like look at Larita, look at Larita. Larita's beautiful. I know I've said already, but Larita is she's really really pretty. Um, but yeah, so also we're just gonna go ahead and say it. Brandi also has a husband, and we will see her husband pop up apparently, and there's gonna be some issues because I think her husband maybe part of the see that's another thing I have a problem with. Like, so you're gonna date a black woman, say I would be with her at home. Girl, I don't want Larissa to ever go to your home. No, I don't want her to ever go to your home. I don't ever want her to be in an environment where she would have to potentially see any of your peoples. No, that's scary to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't completely honestly know what a white like is a white supremacist just a KKK. I don't know personally. I just know stay away from me forever. Personally, is that wrong with me? I'm very open minded, but I think I can go ahead and be closed minded on that shit. So yeah, basically we get into really Larita or whatever. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I put a whole bunch of notes up in here. I mean, and also like honestly, like truth be told, like she just benefit from just dropping the man. You just drop the man, and if you want to, then drop Alyssa too. Like just drop her relationship. Period. Like you better off with that. And since I'm talking about that, I kind of do want to just go ahead and jump to the relationship class that gets taught. I think I am just gonna jump into that because we're already all over the place. I am, not you, me. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about um they have relationship classes, and in this relationship class they're talking about like love and other people, and I think that's very telling because I feel like they all know that statistically it's better to just go ahead and maybe have them have the best relationships instead of like trying to convince them to not have relationships. Although I think that all this conversation is a little bit meaningless because they do need to just not have they need to be taught to not have relationships. Like I especially when I think about Jen Soto and like me as a mom too, like and me as a mom and no longer with my child's father, I believe that it's just unsafe for me to enter into a heterosexual relationship with anyone. I mean, I don't want to anyway because I'm not that physically attracted to men. That typically, like, if I'm with them, it's because it's more so like because there's something wrong with me. I'm typically mentally struggling whenever that's my best friend. I'm like, girl, whenever you tell say a guy's name, like ask me what am I doing? Because like, come on, we know how I feel. And it's not something that like I realized when I was with my husband. Like I guess I kind of did because I would tell him like I just kind of like you, like I don't know, like there's just something about it. Like it's just it's a little difficult for me to explain. But intimacy, I did not know what intimacy was until like a couple years ago. It sure wasn't what me and my ex-husband was doing. That was like just like scattered energy, like trying to compensate for like not being healed humans inside. I guess honestly, personally. Anyway, um, but I just feel like for the real safety of the kids, the social conditioning that men have around us, there's just too high of a risk for a situation like Jen Soto happening to your own child. Okay, not that much because it wouldn't be risking my because ain't no way I'm like gonna let my partner, that's especially a man, go just sleep with my child and like tell her to go sleep with him. Go in the room and go in the room and sleep with my boyfriend in bed with him or whatever. Like I just So as the ladies are talking, she talks to them about like before you fall in love with a person, they talk about marriage, they want to break the cycle. Like, isn't it difficult to like really think about all these like questions for them? Because don't I feel like personally a lot of people are just gonna be like feel the way I feel and just feel like that's just not. Like I really don't think women truly understand because again, I didn't know until I was like older. I had never even like masturbate. Like I didn't like took care of my own self. My husband show wasn't really doing nothing like that. Like for me to feel achieved, I never had actually had an orgasm until I was like 28, 27, maybe. And my first one was myself. I did it myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is definitely not what I thought I was doing when I was saying I was coming. Okay, ready to move on. I feel awkward. I'm actually so glad no one's here in my house right now. So I was thinking about no one's here right now, and I wonder if I could get like my best friend and come over and help build this sofa with me. I think I may just try it myself. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try it myself and then be like, "Hey, Ashley, I'm gonna show her a picture. So I tried to do this. Do you think you help me figure this out?" And she will come right over here and help me. The girl, I should just go and do this to bed though, because Ricardo, my stepdad, he's just like he's just a little bit helpless sometimes to me. I love capable women, not that one all the time. Okay, this is so long. It's gonna be almost 2 hours. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm almost at the end of my notes. Oh, but then it's still I'm in my notes because I came back. Okay. So who you getting pretty? See, like, what? Anyway, it's almost about Walnut, right? Then we kind of see about her father. This is the one we're gonna see later. As her father, Michael, he has been da da da. They met at the same time. They met in work release. And Brandi tells her that she always gets a relationship with the same type of man. See, we're always gonna go back to this. And she said they've always either led her to being beaten or end up in jail. I wrote down that I kind of want an infographic to see in the jails, like all the men that are connected to various women in their sentences. Like, I really believe there's so much overlap that over exists. Like, I don't know, like I really feel like if we had like a little like aerial view and like just the women like moving dots, and we just like the men are like the colored lines, and like we just like choo, choo, choo. Like John, and he did this, they got this, and then this, and she got arrested for this, but it was really that she was getting this for this. Like, I just really feel like a man is going to be at the root of a lot of y'all problems. Maybe I should be teaching the class. No, no, there's a content creator, Erica De Niro. She need to teach the class. Woo! I bet you all y'all be y'all babies. Cause she gonna say shit that makes some sense. A lot of shit I'm even saying now is because like of her dialogue, her verbiage. Like she talks a lot about social conditioning. Like a lot of stuff like she's helped me find the words for a lot of things and a lot of my own personal like experiences. She's just like assisted me. She's almost like a queen of swords, honestly, really. Like And I always think of swords and tarot as words, queen of words. But kind of want to make a tarot deck with like that as an alternative. I've kind of always only wanted to do it if I can think of an alternative for all of the suits of tarot. But now I'm thinking about it, there have been other tarot decks that like they don't do that. They just change where they want to change it. I overthink, so one of my biggest problems. Maybe not my only ones. I've really got off topic here, and it's really hard for me to find where to come back from. So, yeah, this is the whole class. Kara starts to make some very disturbing comments about her previous relationship. She talks about how much she's been abused to her family growing up and all this type of stuff. And she said that she has been trained for this when her previous partner hit her and like apologized. She said she told him, "I've been trained for this. Don't worry, you're never gonna knock me down enough to make it where I'm never gonna get back up." Woo! See, okay, also though, side note, I did all this like I started to take the screenshots with the subtitles, and then also like wrote them down in notes. And I didn't realize I could have just did this and then remember what I was talking about and probably just made this more simple. But note for next time. Okay. So Kara starts to make these comments, and it I think does nothing but make a conversation that is up getting ready to happen faster. That's pretty much what it is. The dialogue here is a little confusing because it seems as if there's only Stephanie and Brandi and somebody else in this conversation. But apparently this is Kara saying my kid, she's a damn dick all day long. But then no, that couldn't have been Kara because Kara has a boy, right? Charlie is Kara's. Stephanie, it's not my fault. Stephanie, why am I getting yelled at? Brandi, so stop this pity party right now. Oh wait. Oh wait. No, no, no. I'm so sorry. 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 Okay, so this is just a whole side conversation. Okay, I'll go ahead and explain it. So basically, Stephanie and Brandi, they gonna go get into it. Brandi sits on the table. The guard's like, "Hey, get your ass down. Get off my desk, man." Um, but I guess Stephanie wanted to have Abby put no, because I thought the conversation happened later. I'm so confused. Hold on, I'm confused at it. Yes, because okay, so I don't even know what that scene was really. I just remember she said, "I'm gonna push you over." I feel like this may have been editing. Like this situation may have occurred somewhere else. Like I don't think it was that sequential, and maybe they're trying to allude to us that this was something to do with Kara. Um, yeah, I think that may have been what happened. Like I think they may just be trying to tie this storyline together more because Kara is going to be kicked out of the program soon. Um, But Brandi and Stephanie do get into it in this scene, and this is what I would because it doesn't look almost the same area. It's the same area, of course. So you see why I'm getting us too confused, right? Because this is the one that I was just getting ready to actually talk about. So I guess Stephanie wants to put baby Abby into the jumper. And there's a disagreement about it. And Stephanie's like, no, she can jump. Brandy's like, no, she can't even jump in it. Um, and Brandi says we put up with a lot as far as everybody's different, and I don't get along with all women. I'm willing to believe that Brandi doesn't get along with a lot of people, but I like her from what I'm seeing so far. As much as I could like someone seeing on a TV show, so we'll never know. Um, oh, we rule one rule: no fighting or raised voices. So yeah, they're both like fighting over this. Any infractions can lead to a mom losing her baby. Any. Please make sure you look behind you when using the bathroom. I get it. So yeah, so we see this been 48 hours since baby Aubrey left the prison, but she's back. Her barbarian levels, I don't know what it is, have been stable. Miss Lee says, girl, she was crying. She was crying because she pregnant. So baby Aubrey's back, and oh, is that all I got of that whole thing? No, that's not all I got. Okay, there we go. the UK. So, oh, I guess I didn't. So Miss Lee and Miss Green, not Miss Lee, Miss Green and Miss Knight have a conversation with each other right here, and they are discussing the future of Kara in the program. Um, and they are in a precarious spot because they know how deep Kara's abuse runs, and when they put that with the fact that she doesn't have the tools to effectively communicate with her kid, and I guess that's a lot of her opinions are like, why won't you stop crying? And they're like, crying is the way the baby communicates, so trying to like stifle that will mean it's just like, like I feel like I feel like they're concerned, and I feel like concern is enough because as they also said, any infraction can lead you to losing the baby. And there are some scenes where like she's like kind of cussing at the baby and stuff like that, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks because Charlie, his fate is the foster system. She does not have family at home that can take care of him. Baby Charlie was placed in foster care, as you can see from my very bad iPhone screenshot of my iPad. But baby Charlie was placed in foster care less than 24 hours after her fifth write-up. Prison officials removed Kara from the We Ones program. Yes, little lovers going on a little walk. So yeah, so we pretty much end with that. Miss John does give us a little bit more insight. Alludes to some things that happened off camera. The camera crew's not there 24/7, as they shouldn't be. Y'all gotta go home for real, because these babies are safe, need to be safe. And sometimes even y'all being there could be a distraction, if you feel me. But different officers are basically catching it, and like I said, if you violate, they're not playing. This is Miss Johns talking. It's very hard raising a baby in here as to raising your baby at home, not condemning them, not judging them. Because a blink of an eye, anybody could be them. And this Kara talking about, they were saying that she was using inappropriate language, that she was mistreating Charlie, because she was saying, why was she crying? And then Stephanie chiming in, if you don't follow the rules, it's a prison. I know, of course, I'm missing like dialogue. But then they let her spend that little less time with the baby. And then they take the baby to the caregiver. And then Kara leaves the unit. And Kara says she screwed it up. And she did. And then she says another line, which I just like. As a person who is self destructive, I understand. Negative self talk is my first go to. It's really, really bad. Really, really bad. That don't help. I want to get high. I kind of skip past the scene a little bit because it's not that important to me personally. Not right now. But yeah, they kind of Aretha and them, they somewhere in the middle of that, they go on a little walk and talk and stuff. And honestly, like Laretha to me just shows why black women are the best partners to have, period. Period. Every time I hear like statistics, it always seems like black women just elevate everyone else whenever like we're with someone. Like I see random articles like rich white men understand now that black women are the most powerful to marry. Like honestly, rich is nice. What? Sure, right? Say man, I'm just out. Like I'll be poor. I'm okay. So I don't know if this is like just revisiting it. I don't know what I don't even want to think right now. I never know what I'm saying. I'm gonna make sure I got everything I wanted to put down. Brandi at one point said you gotta have a backbone because if you don't, I'm gonna run you over. I guess unless you're a man. Come on. Did you? Okay, I think that I covered all of the points I wanted. And oh, I did skip a whole scene actually. Dang it. Not that important. Oh, I guess it kind of just goes back into Kara. There's another program that they have. It's a culinary program that they have. Look for the pig. A stuck pig on the table. Yeah, there it is. So they have a culinary class that they go through, and this is also where we like learn a little more about Kara. Um, as her dialogue pretty much goes over, like it makes sense that she's out of the program. Because they highlight her a lot, kind of like get her story since it won't be part of the rest. Um, so he teaches her that, and that's when we learned about Kara too. Like she said, my mom got high so she could stay awake. Honestly, I wonder if the facility was actually aware of a lot of Kara's backstory, because it just feels like Kara and Stephanie especially, like I feel like these are two women who probably like don't have a lot of people like listen to them because they're kind of annoying. Like those two should be friends. They just know each other. And I wonder if once this documentary started, because it is known that A&E directly communicates with all the staff about everything, pretty much, especially if there's anything that could be concerning. But for the most part, like the prison staff, when they do these shows, they get a lot of the information as well from the production crew. Um, and so I wonder if like Kara was aware about the dangers of probably vocalizing so much of her emotions, so much of her past in an open forum setting, and making like every single setting I've seen Kara with in this scene has indicated that there are some deep, 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 deep issues, man. Um, Issues bigger than what they could probably handle there. Issues that it would be a little nerve-wracking to know that this mom has her baby, like, because like God forbid, I don't even want to speak it out into like the possibility, because like you just gotta be so careful with what you say sometimes, all the time, honestly, probably. Um, so I don't want to speak into anything, but like like a parent could get desperate and potentially harm one or the other in the idea of like you're not taking my child. So there's and then it's like once you add on all these convoluted situations, Kara tells us that her mom was the one working 2 jobs with 4 kids in the house. And I think she also helped babysit 4 or 5 other kids. And she said her mom would have to stay high in order to stay awake, and that is the mom that she wants to be. Even if she's getting high, she was always there. So you see what I'm saying? It's misguided, because it's like, Kara, that's not the best influence. And this is when Miss Lee was talking to Sydney, and she was trying to console her and like let her know, like, don't worry about anybody else. Um, and I'm pretty sure I have a feeling that like she knows what's going on with baby Aubrey, like that she's just being held for observation. Like I think that's why she was gone for 2 whole days. So I think they just wanted to make sure her levels were stabilized. That was it. So everything that said aren't true and starts that tension on the unit. Um, I was born a heroin baby, kind of follow me along to break the cycle. I have to do this is Brandi talking. I have to do everything different with her than when I was growing up. My whole family is deceased except for my sister. So that support that I have, none. And then she talks about her 2 other kids. She has a son, 16, daughter, 15. And then Miss Cunningham talks about the joys of being able to watch what other parents didn't get the chance to have with their own child. And it's gorgeous and it's beautiful. And you just want these women to keep that and stay out. Her first search in the prison, the whole dorm got to see it. We got to see it too, girl. Well, well, hey, let me get this none of it. Yeah, Brandi gonna finish that program. She don't do nothing else. She gonna finish that. She gonna be about that bit. I hope she stay out though. All right, so now we covered it all. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of peek into what's about to come up. I don't think I got a clip of Homegirl's man, but we do see him. She's this is someone else. I don't even know who she is, but she's pregnant at the time. I'm gonna assume that she's going to be transitioning into the program soon. I'm probably not gonna be reviewing the rest because I kind of want to go ahead and start this episode 3. Gay for the Stay was a good episode. I kind of want to get to episode 3. Keep watching. I should keep watching too. And then y'all know good. I'm pretty sure people already cover this show, especially during COVID time. So, yeah, I'm nowhere new. I'm just having fun with this. But she's prison and pregnancy are like the 2 scariest things in my life. I love baby Addison. She's a baby version of me. I don't remember what's going on. Scene. Then we got this one, who looks like something I killed my finger. Did she like Jeremy DeWitt? I think she was like Jeremy DeWitt. That's what it is. The little guy from Orlando. My age, that's too much shit. And he likes to pull over people. But she's like, I look like a man, so I can have whatever I want. Whoever has, that's what she says. It's so interesting to me, like for people and like what they're like. I don't know. Like I guess so that next episode is titled "Gay for the Stay." Um, but like I remember her have a conversation with I guess him. I think that may be his preferred pronouns. So I'm gonna just say him for now because I mean he like literally just she said I like a man. So I don't whatever. Like I get kind of I'm not even straight, so like don't think I'm just like a cis woman like talking here, but I'm complicated mainly there. Um. Anyway, so I'm gonna assume that maybe she's pregnant. Because otherwise, I don't know the one she's talking to, not her, not him. Okay, so I guess you know what, bitch, I'm about to move on. I ain't coping the rest of this. Too tongue tied at this moment, and I feel like I already said something wrong. And my thing is saying something wrong is I just don't ever want to hurt anybody. Like that's my hugest thing. Like I literally just don't want to hurt anybody. Like I'm not afraid of being canceled. I don't even like think I already am probably. Or like, can you be canceled if you were never there? Anyway, I was looking at one of my designs above my bed. Oh, not above my bed, but above my desk. And like, that's not actually better than I thought it was. Sorry, that's like a really random thought. Maybe I should like show you what I'm talking about. Hmm. I can just take it off. Yeah. You see. Even though it's like clear, so I'm gonna turn my camera back on for a second. I'm gonna take the other one off. I want to show like I made like these like little like made these like these zodiac set a while ago, and like I just haven't like done what I need to do with like Google and everything from my like, website and stuff yet. So I kind of like launched it and like no one showed interest. I was like, maybe no one like wants it. But like no, look at it. I'm like, maybe it's just because you have the eyes of the right girls yet, and like maybe I should like really revisit the set because I actually like really fucking like it. Now I was just looking at it, like I kind of forgot that it was me who made it. Sorry, that probably sounds like so weird, but the actual design is like I made it on clear. I won't do that again. I'll probably do it on not a clear one. But hold on, okay, let me see. How do I start the camera? No, I think I want to put it on something so you guys can see it more clear. Okay, hold on. I'm like awful at this. This is so random. See, these like look pretty good. If I don't say so myself, but I do. All right. So we are done. This is quite ridiculous of a stream. Unfortunately, I only have the stream yard trial for 29 more days. So the chance of me making a video next 29 days is null to void. No to void. See, I like literally can't speak right now. Stephanie's mom is like telling her she should maybe let the baby come home. Apparently, there's a lot of racial jokes going on. It's not gonna be good. Yeah, there's some like beef between like white people clearing. Like I don't know. It's just things. I'm not fucking. Sorry, I don't know I read it. I just remember her saying that in the second episode. This is the argument. I don't even know who this is. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm ready to finish the season. I'm about to just go ahead and finish it. Glad y'all was here with me to talk about the first episode, but later talk about the girls. Feel for you, beautiful baby. Hope Charlie wasn't even his real name. We don't even know. It's not our business. But born behind bars. I'ma see. Y'all never.